Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Hall of Famer Bob Berry ruled Milwaukee's airwaves in the 60s and 70s. He spoke with countless musicians and celebrities over the years. Bob collected remarkable recordings of these encounters, which he's now sharing with the public. Here's Bob.
In your lifetime, you've probably seen at least one Rocky movie. Today we go back to a lighthearted conversation with the actor who played Paulie in the Rocky series. Burt Young has always brought an irresistible blend of grit, humor, and heart to every performance. In this episode, we'll be chatting about his journey through Tinseltown, sharing quirky behind-the-scenes tales, and laughing through the lighter side of life. It's Hollywood, with a wink and a nod. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and join us for a short, candid conversation with Burt Young. One of Hollywood's busiest character actors is on the air with us. He has appeared in all 3 Rocky films.
Now bless this guy's teeth out.
And he's also been the tough guy in Chinatown, the Choir Boys, Convoy. And, first of all, for a lot of people, being a character actor, you know, you're not a household name like a Sylvester Stallone, Burt. Give us an idea of what you did in Rocky.
Well, Rocky was a pretty satisfying part. You know, the brother-in-law named Paulie, I took him to be really an unhappy guy. You know, as long as he had someone else to blame, he didn't have to look in the mirror. He was really a very sad guy, so it gave me a lot of things to explore and research with this guy.
Yeah, a lot different than being a tough guy. You like doing the tough guy roles?
Oh, any role that has a, you know, I look at a part, I believe a part is just like anything. It's got a backside to the suit as well as a front, you know. Whether the lines are there or not, the thing should be a shape to it.
Yeah, interesting story of how Burt got into films. He was actually running a flower stand. I guess you were taking a few bets on the side too, right?
Where'd you get that?
We've got inside sources here. You don't have to answer that one if you don't want to. And he was driving trucks, and he was laying carpet. And how did you get into acting?
I started this monkey business pretty late, Bob. I was maybe 29 years old. At that time, I had a carpet workroom. We used to install wall-to-wall carpet for Macy's, Gimbel's, Kaufman in Manhattan. And I met this girl. She was a beautiful girl. She worked in a bar, and she'd have nothing to do with me. She used to work only on Sundays in this joint. And I'd go every Sunday and strike out every Sunday. And as a last resort, I started rapping about her being an actress, and she lit up. She said she wanted to study with Lee Strasberg, only she couldn't get in. And I thought it was a girl she was talking about. Lee Strasberg sounded like a girl's name. I didn't know who it was. But I figured I'll get in. I can get in anywhere, and then I'll hold hands with her, and we'll have something to communicate about.
Right.
So I found out who Lee was, and I wrote a letter, and from there, he gave me approval, and I became part of the actor studio.
That almost sounds like a scene from Rocky or something.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was pretty nice that the man gave a completely untrained, uneducated man some time like he did, and he did. And I say this story with a little charm, but the truth of the matter is, once finding out who this gentleman was and how many people he had fingerprinted, and he gave me approval to go ahead in such a corny business, it just freed all my reserves, and I dove right into it. I was a very devout student of his.
But before that time, you never did any acting, not in school or anything, huh?
No, I could compose well. I could write good at that time. When I did write, I knew I could write well. I didn't know what a screenplay looked like. I would write short stories and things. But no, it was just too corny a part of life from where I was in the block that I lived on, you know, to think of anything like that seriously.
Yeah. Now, in Rocky, you played Talia Shire's brother and in the 3 Rocky films. Are they going to do a Rocky 4?
I believe so, Bob. I believe so. I heard that they're going to try to gather us all in maybe January.
I don't know what else they could come up with, do you?
I haven't read any pages, Bob, but I understand a little bit. I understand it. I think that him and I might have to go to Russia and fight a grizzly bear or something.
Well, I want to wish you the best of luck, Burt. We enjoy watching you in the films. And
well, I'm my best to you and all your friends out there. It's nice talking to you, Bob.
Bob Berry. Barry.
Thank you for listening to Bob Barry's Unearthed Interviews. Be sure to subscribe and rate our podcast wherever you find your podcasts. You can find all our episodes at WisconsinBroadcastersMuseum.org. Check out Bob Barry's book, Rock and Roll Radio Milwaukee. Book sale proceeds support Donate Life Wisconsin. Special thanks to Wisconsin Historical Society and for financial support from WBA Hall of Famer Terry Bond.